क्यों?
Welcome to the Six Nation Tournament. I'm with my co-representative Mr. Fiaz and umpires Mr. Bilal and Mohsin. Today's match between Pakistan Staniels and UAE Eagles. So it's a toss time now. Let's start the toss. So Pakistan Staniels got the tail and its head. UAE Eagles won the toss and let's see what they have planned and पूछते हैं उनसे कि क्या उन्होंने अभी प्लान किया और किस तरह से वो अपने मैच को आगे बढ़ाएंगे. So first of all congratulations for the toss winning and आप हमें बताएं कि आप पहले बैटिंग करेंगे या बॉलिंग करेंगे.
हम पहले बैटिंग करेंगे.
ओके तो इन्होंने चूज किया है पहले बैटिंग करना. तो कोई प्लानिंग है आपकी बैटिंग को लेकर?
ये हमारी प्लानिंग में हम टारगेट 150
दैट्स अ ग्रेट स्कोर्स. और कोई स्पेसिफिक कुछ आप सोच कर आए हैं कि हम इस तरह से प्लानिंग करेंगे, इस तरह से काम करेंगे जिससे हम अपने मैच को जो है जीत सकें.
टीम आगे वाले भी अच्छी है और टीम हमारी भी अच्छी है. इंशाल्लाह मैच अच्छा होगा.
ओके थैंक यू सो मच एंड कॉन्ग्रेचुलेशंस अगेन. तो अभी हम बात करेंगे दूसरी टीम के कैप्टन के साथ. जी
फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल हम पहले टॉस जीतकर पहले बॉलिंग करना चाह रहे थे.
ओके
तो उसके हिसाब से तो मुझे कुछ भी मुश्किल नहीं पेश आई. तो लास्ट टाइम हम अनफॉर्चुनेटली ये गेम हारे हैं, लेकिन लैक ऑफ द स्पिनर्स नाउ वी आर प्रिपेयर्ड एंड वी ब्रिंग द वन स्पिनर इन द टीम एंड वी विल गो.
थैंक यू सो मच एंड बेस्ट ऑफ लक फॉर दिस टाइम. एंड मैं चाहूँगी कि आप बिल्कुल इस मैच को अच्छे से स्ट्रांगली परफॉर्म करें एंड थैंक यू सो मच टू ऑल. यूएई ईगल ने सबसे पहले चूज़ किया है बैटिंग करना. सो लेट्स सी द मैच.
Good evening, everyone. We are here in Eagle Ground number 1 for the fifth match of this tournament, Six Nations. That's a bit of movement here, late movement after the ball pitching, and that's a wide to start the proceeding here. The team UAE Eagles have won the toss and they have elected to bat first. And both the batters, Adil Hussain and that's a good length delivery and equally well played. Hitting it hard and placing it towards the cover region, and the ball races to the boundary here. So a good start for team UAE Eagles and Adil. So the ball, nothing wrong with the ball, but pure class and pure placement here by the batsman Adil Hussain. Just placing it to the perfection by setting the two fielders, and 5 runs coming on the board in just one delivery. Once again a good length delivery, once again a very good placement here between the point and the ball. Once again races to boundary. What a placement and what a pure timing here by Adil Hussain. So just a little bit of room and capitalizing it to the perfection. So 2 deliveries, the ball, and 9 already onto the board. Great start for team UAE Eagles. That was pitched onto the leg side. That was nothing to do for the batsman. He just had to guide it towards the fine leg region. And the ball once again races to the boundary. So 3 boundaries back to back. So not a great start for team Pakistan United. And Irfan Kayani, he is well experienced bowler, but he has to get his line and length right. That's a beautiful delivery here. That is where he needs to target middle and off, not giving much of a room to the batsman. A good length delivery. So that was well bowled by Irfan Kayani, and there's a good bounce on the pitch. Oh, hitting the deck hard, but beautifully played by the batsman here, and there's a slight misfeel and the ball goes towards the boundary once again. That's the 4th boundary coming off this over. So a back of a good length delivery, but hitting the deck hard, and the batsman quickly goes onto the back foot and plays a pull shot. And the score 17 for no loss. So the decision proving to be right so far. Gently played towards the square leg region for a single here. So end of over number 1, 18 for no loss.
आपने बहुत हैवी काम कर दिया। हैवी कर दूं 3 के तो हाथों से बॉल जा रहे हैं, मैं क्या करूं फिर? यहाँ नहीं आता ना, पानी है उसका।
So the new bowler Rizwan Amanat left experienced playing his 530th match. That's a beautiful delivery. Just onto the pads, just nudged it towards a short cover region. There's no chance of a run here. That's an open delivery. What a shot here towards the cover region. And that ball races to the boundary. What a beautiful shot. And Adil Hussain is doing the trick for Team UAE Eagles now. He has done the bulk of scoring. Unfortunately, Farhan has not faced even a single delivery so far. So Adil Hussain batting on 21 of just 8 deliveries. Once again, no pitch delivery, played it, but there is a fielder there at cover, and there's no chance of a run here. That's a slower in the air, and a bit of variation to be seen by the bowler here. And that's the right thing to do in a 2020 over game. You need to vary the balls. If you don't have variation, it will be difficult, and the batsman will predict. Once again, slow in the air, played it up peacefully towards the cover region, and the ball, after 3 bounces, goes into the boundary fence. And that's one more boundary in the counting for Team UAE and Adil Hussain. That's a beautiful delivery onto the leg pads, played it toward the short mid-wicket area. And they take a single, and with this, that's the end of over number 2, 27 on board. So a good start for Team UAE Eagles. So far, all the deliveries faced by Adil Hussain. Farhan is just being a spectator on the other hand. Irfan Kani comes back into the attack. That's a pitch delivery onto the leg side and picked it up beautifully and played over the mid wicket for a maximum. That's the first maximum coming from the bat of Adil Hussain. Today, Adil is batting brilliantly, and he has come with a plan. He is doing the bulk of the scoring, and right now batting on 32 of just 13 deliveries with a strike rate of 246. That's a beautiful pickup shot. That's a short delivery, well guided, not too much of room, wanted to pull it over square leg area, missed by the batsman, and the ball carry nicely onto the gloves of keeper. So a dot delivery. So good comeback by Irfan. He is a well experienced bowler. That's a slower delivery onto the pads, played it towards the square leg area, and they take a single here. As I said, he is very well experienced. He knows what he needs to do. So three deliveries, three different deliveries. One was onto the pad, the other one a shorter, and the third one was a slower delivery. And with this single, the first time Farhan would face the ball here. So he is a left-hand batsman. So the field setting needs to be changed for the left-hand, right-hand combination. Oh, that misses an outside edge. Batsman wanted to just guide it over the third man region, but missed. The ball goes into the hands of keeper here. A dot delivery. Very attacking field set by Kahani. Oh, once again, a good length delivery. Batsman just opened the faces of the bat and plays it toward the gully region. Oh, there was an overthrow, and with this overthrow, they take a single, and Farhan opens his account with a single here. That's an edge here missed by the keeper. That was a beautiful delivery. Ball on a good length delivery, and that takes an healthy edge, goes cleanly to the keeper. The keeper gets only one hand to the ball, and that the chance goes begging here. So a life for Adil Hussain, who was batting brilliantly. Unfortunate for the bowler, Irfan Khani. He is wicketless so far. 35 for no loss and 3 overs. So Rizwan Amanat comes back into attack, left arm over the wicket for the left-hand batsman. A slower in the air, pushed it towards the mid-off area, and they take a quick single here. That's a direct hit, but I feel the batsmen have made the ground comfortably here. Farhan doing the right thing here. He's not taking too much of risk, giving the strike as much as possible to Adil Hussain, who is batting beautifully here. There is one coming around the wicket now for the right-handed batsman. He is coming between the wicket. Oh, that's a run out here. They had gone upstairs to check if the batsmen have made the ground, but no, that's he is fallen short, and that's the first wicket goes for Team UAE Eagles. 35 for one. Farhan has to have a long walk. So 35 for one in 3.1 over, and the new batsman Mirza Samiullah Beg. He is on a non-striker end. Played it up straight, but there is a fielder there. He does it well to cut it off, and they take 2 runs. A good fielding by Irfan Kayani at long off. That was an over-pitch delivery, played hard, and equally well stopped by the batsman. In fact, the fielder, Irfan Kayani. Going on the back foot, trying to late cut the ball, but there is a fielder there. At the point region, he stops and there's no chance of a run here. Once again, Opus delivery, but takes an inside edge, goes towards the square leg region. The fielder coming, running behind the ball, but they cannot stop it. Goes for a boundary. So good delivery by Rizwan Amanat. It was Opus delivery, but it takes an inside edge and races to the boundary here. So Adil Hussain quickly reaches on to 39 of just 19 deliveries. That's a beautiful, good delivery, but equally well played towards the cover region. Punches it all around the ground, but there is a fielder manning that area. So a thought delivery. A relief for the fielding team. The right hand, left hand combinations have come to an end after the wicket of Farhan. Now both the batsmen are right-handed. So Mirza would face the first delivery. That's almost a Yorker length delivery. Played it towards the mid-on area. So for a single. So with this single, the score moves on to 43 in 4 overs. So far, very healthy run rate, 10.75. So Irfan Kayani comes back into attack for his 3rd over. He is a bit expensive, but he is also bowling the right areas. He is unfortunate in this last over, last delivery. It was a straightforward catch, but missed by the keeper. And it could be, we have to wait and watch how costly would that a drop catch would be, because Adil Hussain was, he is batting beautifully so far. Down the leg, wide given by the umpire, so 1 run added to the total. That's a beautiful delivery, just back of a good length delivery. So after pitching, have quite a bit of bounce. The batsman goes onto the back foot and punches it back to the bowler for a dot delivery here. Just played it towards the mid-off region. The batsman wanted a single, but rightly sent back by the non-striker Adil Hussain. It could have costed them another wicket if they would have gone for a run here. Once again down the leg side, wide given by the umpire. So one more extra run added to the total. That's back of a good length, almost bouncer. It came on to his shoulder level, guided it towards the point region. But a dot delivery, there is a fielder there. It's a good comeback by the bowler, good comeback by Pakistan United. That's a slow delivery onto the patch here, big appeal, but it was going down the leg side, and they take a single on a leg by. So good bowling by Irfan. Only 2 wides of this over and 1 run by a leg by. Once again onto the pads here. Flicked it. What a beautiful shot. He is batting on a different planet altogether today. He is seeing the ball like a football. Just watch it onto his pads. Just a flick of a wrist and the ball sails over the deep square leg fielder for a maximum. And with this maximum, Adil Hussain reaches to 46 of just 21 deliveries with 7 boundaries and 2 maximum here. That's once again onto the pads, a good length delivery, played it towards the square leg area. They want to go for a double, but rightly sent back by the non-striker. So just a single, with this single 53 for 1 in 5 overs.
That's in hedge here. It's a wide given by the umpire. And it races toward the boundary. So 4 and plus 5, 5 run more added to the scores. That's a well ball by the umpire again. So one more run added to the total. Janet, it's out. So well taken by the keeper. And Harun get the first wicket. And Adil Hussain wants to walk back to the pavilions. He scored 47 runs in just 22 balls with the 7 fours and 2 sixes. So the new batsman, M. Tanveer, is a left-handed batsman. And a good comeback by the bowler, Harun. That's a good delivery. It shaped in nicely onto his pads. That's a leg mark. It's a leg by. That's a beautiful delivery. It's a bouncer delivery over the head height. So one wide given by the umpire. Add a warning and the score moves on to 60 with the 2. That's a good line delivery. And onto the pads. Big appeal for LBW, but denied by the umpire. We have both of the ECB level umpire, Mr. Bilal and Mr. Mohsin. That's abandoned on a good length area. That's the back of a good length delivery. Played it gently. And no chance for a run. It's a good comeback by Haroon. So scores is now 61 for 2. Once again a good delivery. Played it toward the cover region for a tot. So that's the end of the power play. And the score is 61 for 2.
So that's the end of the power play. So we saw the wicket in the last over by bowling by Haroon. He bowled a brilliant over. The first over that he bowled, initially he was a bit wayward. Two wides back to back, costing him 6 runs. But after that, he was brilliant and did not give anything on to the batsman here. So the score 61 for 2. And one of the best batsmen who was batting brilliantly, he takes the wicket. Tanveer, the batsman, and Asif. All right, I'm a medium pacer, but once again slow in the air, played it towards the mid-off area. There's a dot delivery. A good bowling now by Arsalan and team Pakistan United. Played it just gently placed toward the fine leg area and they take a single here. Played it towards the square leg area. There is a fielder there. They take a single. UAE Eagles had a brilliant start in the initial stage, but now slowly they are struggling. Adil Hussain was looking immaculate, and he was looking like he's playing in a different pitch altogether. A slow delivery once again, played it towards the long on area. There is a fielder, and they take a single. The score 65 in 6.5 overs. That's onto the pads, but straight to the fielder there. He was there for this shot, and there's no chance of a run. Harun comes back into attack. That's on to the leg side. Have to see. Yes, it's a wide given by the umpire. So they take an extra run here. It's an overthrow. So wide plus 1 run. That's a beautiful delivery. It was hit hard. Played it towards the gully region, and they take a single here. That's a little over pitch delivery here. Not much of a bounce, and very low carry to the keeper. So they take, there's a dot delivery here. So good comeback, I would say, again by Harun and UAE Eagles. At one point of time, UAE Eagles were batting almost at run rate of 15, but now current run rate is 9.49. But again, a good leg delivery, swing and a miss. The ball shaping nicely, and carries to the keeper's gloves without any casualty. So a dot ball. Oh, beautiful delivery here. Onto his leg, and then moving a bit away from the batsman, coming into the middle and off. The batsman had to adjust to the delivery, and takes a leading edge going towards the point region. And there's no run here. Oh, that's banged in shot. There's no power whatsoever by the batsman. He just had to play it. He wanted to pull, but takes an almost on the top of the bat and falls just short of the bowler here. And it's a dot delivery. Once again onto the leg side. This time, good take by the keeper. He had to dive onto his left side to collect the ball. A bit wayward delivery. So, one run added to the total in form of extra. Once again, banged in on a good leg delivery, but it was a pure wrist work from the bowler here. So good shape and then goes straight into the gloves of keeper. A dot delivery to end the over. Good thing by team Pakistan United to keep the UAE Eagle batsmen silent for a while now. Mirza, who is struggling a bit here, batting on 3, facing 17 deliveries. And on the other hand, Tanveer, 3 of 5 deliveries. So 8 overs, 69 for 2. For the first time, the run rate have dropped down below 9, 8.63. Arsalan comes back into the attack, coming around the wicket for a left-handed batsman. That's very slow in the air. The batsman just pushes it towards short mid-wicket area, and they take a quick single here. With this single, Mirza comes on to the strike. Over just 5 runs. Wanted to play and played it beautifully towards the mid-wicket area, but there is a fielder there. And just a single to be for the batsman, and he has to be satisfied with that. Slow delivery, played it towards the wide long off area, and good feeling there, good throw straight to the bowler on couple of bounces, and meanwhile they take a single. Slow delivery, punched it down the ground towards the long on region. That's a direct throw once again onto the stumps. A good throw. So single. That's played nicely. What a shot and a good try by the fielder. Deep mid wicket, but the ball wins the race here, and that's a boundary coming after a long time. So end of 9 overs, 77 for 2. There's the first boundary coming from the bat of Tanveer. So this will be the last over to be bowled from this end. So Nadeem comes into the attack here. He is a right arm medium pacer. That's an over pitch delivery, played it towards the point region. Just a dot there as a fielder rightly placed for this shot. That's a beautiful shot played between the two fielders, the square leg and deep mid wicket. And that's a maximum coming from the bat of Mirza. He, uh, he was struggling a bit, and this is the first maximum coming from his bat. So with this maximum, he moves on to 11 of 22 deliveries. Played it straight towards the long on region for a single. That's well played towards the square leg area, but there is a fielder there. Just a single. 8 runs so far of this over. Last two legal deliveries to be bowled. What a shot here. That's played beautifully over the sweeper cover region for a boundary. So he was struggling a bit, but now he is coming on to the party. He is changing his gaze now. That's the first boundary from his bat. And a couple of balls before he hit a maximum as well. That's almost a Yorkerland delivery, but played it towards the long off area. And that's a single. With this single, end of 10 overs, 90 for 2.
It's a Yorker delivery and a good shot. It's a maximum. And 6 run more added to the scores. It's a Yorker delivery and again a very good shot. It's amazing. Again maximum. Two back-to-back maximum from the UAE Eagles. Again a good delivery by the bowler. Played it towards the cover region. A good lane delivery, played it towards the deep extra cover, and it's a 4. Now the scores moves on 107 for 2. It's a good lane delivery, again played it towards the deep extra cover, and there is a fielder. Both the team was playing with the good strength. A good lane delivery and a good shot. But there is again a fielder, and it's a good fielding displayed.
Okay, that's played towards the square leg area. Suddenly the score now on 110 for 2 in 11.1 over. Both the batsmen are changing their gaze now. A Yorkerland delivery almost picked it up well, played it towards the long off area. They take a single here. So now batsman, the bowler, left arm cutting through, coming around the wicket. Played it down the ground towards long off region for a single. Played it up in the air. There is a fielder there trying to come underneath it and take the catch comfortably here. That's the third wicket gone for team UAE Eagles. The fielder Irfan Kahani doesn't make much of a mistake here. So he was comfortable beneath the ball and take the catch. So 112 for 3. The new batsman Shahzad Butt, a veteran who is playing in UAE for quite some time now. Just guided it towards the point region and there's no chance of a run here. He is being cautious, initial delivery. He doesn't take much of a time to open up. And if he starts going, the score is just a number. Once again, onto the pads here. That is what I was saying. He doesn't take much of a time. If it is in the range, he goes for it. And that is exactly what he did over the cow corner for a maximum with his second delivery faced. What a shot. With this shot, 118 for 3 in 12 overs. That's a swing and a miss here by Mirza. That's a full length delivery. What a beautiful shot played over the wide long off region for a maximum. Mirza, who was struggling a bit in the initial stage. That's banged in shot. Well played by the batsman here. And that gone for a boundary. Mirza at one stage he was on 5 runs of 20 deliveries, but now in the last 14 deliveries, he has scored 38 runs. What a change of gear by Mirza. Beautiful batting here. 43 of 34 deliveries. That's a good leg delivery onto the pads. Just flicked it towards the fine leg area, but there is a fielder. Just a single here. Suddenly things are moving nicely for Team UAE Eagles. In the middle they were a bit slow, but now they have come back strongly. That's an takes an edge and goes over the fine leg region for a boundary here. So Shehzad Butt is on 10 of just 3 deliveries, 1 4 and 1 maximum. 133 for 3. He is very strong on his leg. Anything that comes onto his that's onto the leg side. There is a wide, I believe. Oh, so that was an flick, probably taken an edge and goes to the boundary by Shehzad. Shehzad but moves on to 14 of just 4 deliveries with 2 boundaries and 1 maximum. And Irfan Khani a bit expensive, 4 overs, 54 without any wicket here. Rizwan to ball his final over. Oh, that's a beautiful delivery. He was in double thought whether to go for it, but at the end plays it back to the bowler. A dot delivery. Once again wanted to play, but yes, played it towards the mid-wicket area for a single. There was a chance. There was a chance here for the stumping. Could not cleanly collect by the keeper. The batsman Shehzad but was outside the crease for a couple of seconds. Played it towards the cover region. There is a fielder there, and they take a single. That's an Orbis delivery once again played in the same direction and they take a single again. That was onto the pads, played towards the mid-wicket area, but the fielder cuts it off, throws it back to the bowler. A single again. And with this single, Rizwan Amanat completes his four overs and he has given away 30 runs and one wicket under his belt. With this context of the game, good bowling figures. Nadeem comes back into the attack, bowling his second over. That's down the leg side, a wide given by the umpire. So one more run added to the total. That's a wicket here. Takes an inside edge, hits the pad, and then goes to hit the stump here. And that's so unfortunate for the batsman. He wanted to play big, takes an inside edge, hits his pad, and goes and takes the leg stump, and with heavy heart, Shehzad but has to walk back. He was in a good nick here. He scored 16 of just 8 deliveries with 2 boundaries and 1 maximum. Adil Ahmed, the captain, now walks in. He will be with Mirza Samiullah Beg. So the captain walks in, Adil Ahmed. He is playing his 205th match. That's a Yorker and delivery. That's a big appeal. That's a big appeal denied by the umpire. Onto his pad. This time it's a leg. It's a wide given by the umpire. So one extra added to the total. A good take by the keeper. It was traveling quickly down the leg side. That's a good line delivery, well balled. There's a slight misfeel and they take a quick single here. Good running between the wicket. It could have been a costly run, but at the end, they complete the run without any casualty. That's a low full toss. There was a chance. on the follow through. He had his one hand onto the ball, but could not stick onto his palm. And that's a drop catch here. So the batsman Mirza Samiullah Beg survives. He's batting on 46 of just 39 deliveries. Once again, a low full toss, but on the way away from the off stump. So wide given by the umpire. The two officials, ECB level 1, Mr. Bilal and Mr. Mohsin. Once again, a beautiful delivery. Wanted to play it up and above, but missed completely. Goes straight into the gloves of the keeper. No run here. Good comeback by Nadeem. The first over was a bit expensive. This over, just 4 runs in his 5 deliveries and a wicket. Once again, down the leg side. That's a wide given by the umpire. He is being a bit wayward. Three wides already of this over. That's almost a Yorker length. They take a quick single here. It goes towards the gully region. Meanwhile, they take a single. So end of 15 overs, 147 for 4. Coming down the track, wanted to play up and above, but they take 2 runs here. That's a good running between the wicket by both the batsmen, Mirza and Adil Ahmed. That's played beautifully over the square leg region for a 1 bounce boundary. That's a beautiful shot by Mirza. With this boundary, he reaches to his 50. Once again onto the leg side, played it towards the deep mid wicket area, and they take a single here. Just flicked it over the square leg region, and they take a single here. coming down the track and played it straight towards the long off region. Good throw, just a single. Flicked it towards the mid-wicket area. There is a fielder there. Single again. Harun comes back into attack. The first delivery played it towards the long on region for a single. That's a beautiful shot, but there is a fielder just falling short of the fielder. A good throw could be a danger here, but good running between the wicket by both the batsmen, Adil and Mirza. So they take 2 runs. It was not a bad delivery. It was a good length, a bit away from the batsman, and the batsman plays it toward the sweeper cover region, and they take 2 runs of this delivery. Once again, good length delivery here onto the pads. Played it towards the square leg area. There is a chance of a run out here. That's a good running. No clean take by the keeper. There could have been a casualty if it was cleanly taken. But they take 2 more runs here. So good running by both the batsmen. That banged in shot and nice. There is a chance of a run out, but again a misfield. So with this misfield, they take a single, and Mirza moves on to 60 of 48 deliveries. And Mirza in his last 28 deliveries, he has scored 55 runs. That's a beautiful delivery. Short of a good length delivery, and the ball rises onto his waist level height and carries nicely to the keeper. No chance of a run here. Good bowling by Haroon. Once again, but played it up. There is a fielder underneath it, and he doesn't make any mistake here. He takes the catch comfortably. Irfan Kayani, the fielder, and that's wicket number 5 for UAE Eagles. Now the score 163 for 5 in 17 overs. So end of 17 overs, 163 for 5. Ali is the new batsman. Nadeem is the new bowler. That's a beautiful delivery. Oh, that's a wide given by the umpire, just away from the right-hander, and an extra to be added. 164 now. That's played it just away from the bowler and goes straight towards the long off fielder for a single. That's a Yorkerland delivery. There is a chance of a run out here. The non-striker wanted to take a single. The batsman gets the bat down on time, or else it could have been a casualty for Team UAE Eagles. So, good delivery by Nadeem here. That's banged in short, but not much of a bounce here. Came on to the waist height. So just punching it down towards the mid-wicket area, and they take a single. With this single, the score moves on to 166. Played it towards the mid wicket area, deep mid wicket, and they take a single here. That's played very nicely straight towards the long on area, and the ball races to the boundary. That's a boundary coming from the bat of Ali. That's a slow delivery. And played it towards the long on region once again for a single. The score after 18 overs, 172 for 5. So Harun to ball his last over. That's a full toss, missed by the batsman. So it was a juicy full toss. If he would have got some bat onto it, it would have raced down to the boundary. But a top delivery here. That's an over-pitch delivery played towards the short cover region. There is a fielder, and they take a quick single here. With this single, the score 173 for 5. They pulled it back nicely by Pakistan United. What a shot by Ali here. It's a good long delivery. Played it over the deep mid wicket area, and that ball races over the boundary line for a maximum. Low full toss, played it towards the cow corner region. Two fielder trying to cut it off, and that does it. And they take 2 runs comfortably. This over throwing out good for team UAE Eagles here. And Ali is now batting very nicely. That's gone up in the air. There is a fielder underneath it, but he drops the catch here. He was not looking comfortable, and they take 2 more runs. With these 2 more runs, they are inching closer towards 200, but now 187 for 6. What a shot! Beautiful, so eye-soothing. It was over-pitch delivery and played it over the hundred. It would be interesting to see how it goes. Ali batting on 27 of just 12 deliveries, 2 fours and 2 maximum. Low full toss missed by the batsman, and it stays at the crease. It's a leg before, and 1 run added to the total. So they end on 195. So the team Pakistan United requires 196 of their allotted 20 overs. So we'll take a short little break and come back for the second innings. Welcome back for the second inning here. So, Ali, to start the proceeding for Team UAE Eagles, and starts with almost a Yorker length delivery. So, Rizwan Amanat, the left-handed batsman, and Mansoor, who is a right-handed batsman at the crease. So Ali had a short little cameo at the end of the inning. Because of that inning, the score moved on to 195, or else they would have been somewhere 180 to 185. So again, it's a left hand, right hand combination, so they have to adjust the field accordingly. So two fielders outside the 30-yard circle, deep third man and deep square leg. Once again, a Yorker and delivery played it towards the short cover region. Dot delivery one by Ali, the boss. Yorker onto the leg side. Played it straight to the fielder at a short mid-wicket area, and no chance of a run here. So he is a good power bowling, a Yorker and deliveries, not much of a pace, but there is a movement in the air. That's a beautiful delivery. Once again, open delivery onto the leg side, but moving in sharply takes the off stump out, and that's the first wicket for team Pakistan United, and Ali gets the first wicket here. So good start for team UAE Eagles, 1 for 1 in the first over. Once again, a Yorker and delivery played it towards the short cover region. That's a dot delivery. That's onto the leg side. That's a big appeal. It's a wide given by the umpire, so one extra run added to the total. That's well played over the cover region, and the ball races to the boundary. That's gone for a four. So that's the first boundary coming from the bat of from Pakistan United. So that's a good delivery. Played it back to the bowler, but a slight misfield here onto the mid of region. So they take a single. With this single, Hussein Ahmed moves on to 5, and Rizwan Amanat is batting on 2. So good start for Team UAE Eagles. 8 for 1 in 1.4 overs. That's onto the pads, played it towards the square leg area. One bounce goes for a boundary. Good shot by Rizwan Amanat. So the first boundary coming from the bat of Rizwan. So 12 for 1 in 1.5 overs. Once again onto the pads, once again played it towards the square leg area gently, and they take a single here. So end of 2 overs, 13 for 1. Ali comes back into the attack. The first over, he gets a wicket. of the opener, and he is bowling on the right trajectory, almost a Yorker length deliveries. So he is being a bit deceptive. Now coming around the wicket for a left-handed batsman. What a delivery once again onto his pads, but bit outside the leg stump, so it's a wide delivery. He is eyeing on the Yorkerland deliveries. Most of his deliveries are Yorkerland. That's a slow delivery. Low full toss and well picked up by the batsman here by Rizwan Amanat, and that's the first maximum coming from the bat of Rizwan and for the team Pakistan United. So a slow delivery by Ali, but it came as a juicy low full toss. The batsman capitalizing onto it. Played it beautifully over the long on area for a maximum. Once again, a Yorkerland delivery, dug it out well by the batsman, and they take a quick single here. With this single, the score moves on to 21 of for 1 in 2.2 overs. So the two fielders outside the 30-yard circle, long off and deep square leg. Just an no-pitch delivery, flick of a wrist, and the ball races towards the boundary. That's a good shot by Hussein Ahmed. That was going down the leg, and he just had to guide it. And the ball races towards the boundary. Good over so far for Team Pakistan United. 12 runs already of just 3 deliveries. Coming down the track, takes an outside edge, going towards the point region. There's chance they were looking for 2 runs, but well cut it off by the fielder there. Just a single. So 2.4 was 26 for 1. So keeper coming in close. He doesn't want the batsman to go down the track. A good thinking by the bowler and the keeper here. That's a beautiful delivery, a good line delivery coming in for the left-hander, and he plays gently back towards the bowler for a dot. A Yorker line delivery, played it back towards the ball. There's a slight misfield, and with this they take a single. So good running between the wicket, and with this the score 27 for 1. So Ali completes his 2 overs. He gave 14 runs of this over. So 27 for 1. Going at a run rate of 9, and the required run rate is 9.94. So almost 10. Tanvir comes back into attack, picked it up well, played it towards the extra deep, wide, long on, and goes for a maximum here. Good pickup shot by Rizwan Amanat. And that's the second maximum coming from his bat. And the score 33 for 1. So now there is a change in field. He has long on and deep mid wicket. Once again, picked it up well, played it straight, up and above the umpire and the bowler, straight like an arrow for a maximum number 2, back to back. What a shot by Rizwan Amanat. It's out of the ground, goes into the ground number 2. Good batting. Once again, an over-pitch delivery. Once again, the same result over the long off fence for a maximum. 3 deliveries, 3 maximum. What a batting by Rizwan Amanat. He is getting some fire here in this run chase. Suddenly there is a change of gaze, and he is batting brilliantly. 45 for 1. Team Pakistan United. going right now at a run rate of 12.86 and the required run rate dropping from 10 to 9.15. Once again, picked it up well. The fielder there at a long on has to just be a spectator. Four maximum back to back. What a shot here by Rizwan. He is turning the heat on. Amazing batting display. There is a change of field. He has a long off and long on fielder, but when he is hitting, it is hitting out of the park. So four maximum of four deliveries. Can he be the Yuvraj Singh of Pakistan United? Have to wait and watch. Two more deliveries to be bowled by Tanveer. With this maximum, the team reaches on to the 50, 51 for 1 in 3.4 overs. There's change of field here. The long off fielder comes in and mid-wicket fielder goes deep. Played it up, one bounce to long on fielder. When the fielder, there was a change in field when he got a deep mid wicket. It was but obvious that he would be eyeing on his leg, and rightly he did so. So now there is a change of field for right-hander, long off and long on. That's Yorker length, plays it back towards the bowler. He hit his leg on its way back and they take a single. So the bowler is in a bit of pain here. So, but a costly over comes to an end. 26 runs coming off this over, 4 maximum and 2 singles. The score 53 in 4 overs. Ali comes back into the attack. He comes down the track, takes an outside edge, goes towards the gully region, and they take a 2 runs here. That's a full toss delivery. Played it towards the mid-wicket area. The fielder trying to cut it off, but the ball races towards the boundary for a 4. Ali is a very good bowler, well experienced and a wicket-taking bowler. But this time it was a low full toss and the batsman capitalizing onto it. Once again, it's a Yorker and delivery, wanted to play but gets bottom of the bat and stays very close towards the mid-wicket region, and there is a single. So it's very hard for the bowling team captain to set the field in the power play. Only 2 fielders are allowed the 30-yard circle. Anything which is middle can go to the boundary quickly. And on the crease, it's Rizwan Amanat who is batting superbly. 40 of just 13 deliveries, 1, 4 and 5 maximum. Now the keeper comes closest to the stump. He doesn't want the batsman to go down the track. So that's an pitch delivery, played it towards the long on region for a single. That swing and that's a wicket here. He wanted to play it up and above the long on. The ball shaping a bit and takes an outside edge and goes straight to the keeper. And that's the wicket number 2. As I was saying, he is a wicket-taking bowler and he gets the second wicket for team UAE Eagles. So 61 for 2 in 4.5 overs. So Imran Khan, the new batsman, comes on the crease. So now the last delivery of the third over of Ali. Interesting to see how he would be bowling. Rizwan Amanat still at the crease. He is batting on 41 of just 14 deliveries. Low full toss, it's in the air. A fielder coming underneath it, and he takes the catch. What a bowling by Ali! Two back-to-back wickets for him. Just before the start of the over, I was saying he is an experienced bowler, a wicket-taking bowler, and he doesn't disappoint the viewers and the team. UAE Eagles. He gets the third breakthrough for team UAE Eagles. Absolute beautiful bowling here. It was a low full toss, but again, it was shaping a bit in the air, and batsman wanted to play onto the leg side, takes a leading edge, goes towards the mid-off, and that's the wicket number 3. So new bowler Adil Hussain, he is a right arm medium bowler. He is playing his 342nd match with having 180 wickets under his belt. Oh, he has a check on his run up. So he has to walk back and go on it to his delivery. That's hitting the deck very hard, coming onto his chest height. He gently punches it down the ground, and they take a quick single. That's a good line delivery. Again, it was onto the leg stump, but moving a bit away, coming on towards the off stump. So a dot delivery here. That's Short ball bouncer way above the head. A wide given by the umpire and a warning of short delivery. The first warning. But well balled by the bowler Adil Hussain. That's a good line delivery. Played it back towards the bowler. So no run here. Once again hitting the deck hard here. A good line delivery, a good carry towards the keeper. A dot delivery here. That's a good carry after pitching, rising onto the batsman. No room here and very close to the body and goes straight into the gloves of the keeper. That's a beautiful delivery once again. He is becoming unplayable here. So after pitching, there is a good carry. There is an poor play been mentioned by the umpire. So end of the power play here. So 6 overs, 63 for 3. Slower played it toward the square leg area for a single here. So Ali is bowling his 4th over. He is completing his quota of 4 overs. That's played beautifully towards the long on area. So a slight misfield, but not much of a bother here. So a single, and now the strike comes back to Rizwan. So he is batting on 43. Slower delivery, but picked it up beautifully. Played it up and over the long on fielder for a maximum number 6 from the bat of Rizwan. He is dealing in maximums here. So till the time he is there, the team Pakistan United are happy. And if Team UAE Eagles have a chance to win, they want to see the back of Rizwan Amanat here. With this maximum, he moves on to 49 of just 17 deliveries. That's once again played up and above the long on field. With this maximum, Rizwan completes his 50, 55 of just 18 deliveries. What a shot, you beauty. That's Rizwan Amanat for you from Team Pakistan United. Played it straight down the ground towards the long on, but there is a fielder who is cutting it off, and they take a single. That's a slower delivery. Played it towards the cover region. There is a fielder dot delivery here. So end of 7 overs, 78 for 3, and Ali completes his 4 overs quota, 43 with 3 wickets. That's on to the leg, but there is a fielder at a short fine leg. He cuts it off. So a single has been taken of the first delivery. And takes an inside edge, goes towards the square leg region, and they take a single here. That's a good line delivery, gently played towards the short cover region, and they take a single. So 3 singles of this over. There's a check on his run up once again. Fadi is on strike. He is a bit struggling so far. 2 runs of 8 deliveries. But on the other hand, Rizwan once again quicker delivery. There's a bit of a bounce after being pitched. A good length delivery and carries straight to the keeper. A dot delivery once again for the 2 runs of 9 deliveries. That takes an inside edge, goes towards the third man region for a single. Swing, there was a big swing, but lucky for the batsman that it does not clip the stumps, and they take a single here. That's onto the pads, a big appeal, but denied by the umpire. So leg by given by the umpire. The two officials officiating this match and the tournament, both ECB level 1 umpire, most senior umpires, Mr. Mohsin and Mr. Bilal. So that's the end of 8 overs, 83 for 3. That's played up and above the long off fielder for a maximum. Shehzad Butt has been welcomed with a maximum here. That's the 8th maximum of. That's played up and above the square leg region for a maximum once again. 2 back-to-back maximum. So that's the 9th maximum. He's dealing only in sixes here. So 9 sixes so far and only 1 boundary. 70 already of just 24 deliveries. He is going at a strike rate of 291. बहुत ही उम्दा बैटिंग का मुजाहरा। रिजवान अमानत 70 24 गेंदों में 95 3 विकेट के नुकसान पे 8.2 ओवर के बाद फुल लेंथ डिलीवरी थी, उसको खेलना चाहते थे लॉन्ग ऑन के दिशा में, बट बॉलर ने उसको ऑन द फॉलो थ्रू रोका, बट 1 रन लेने से नहीं रोक पाए। सो एक और रन जुड़ता हुआ स्कोर में। सो 8.3 के बाद ये स्लोअर डिलीवरी डालने की कोशिश, बट नो बॉल का इशारा। ये पिच के बाहर बॉल गिरते हुए, तो एक अतिरिक्त रन और एक अतिरिक्त बॉल, तो फ्री हिट फॉर द बैट्समैन। तो अभी देखना है फ्री हिट पे फहदी क्या करते हैं। फिर से स्लोअर डिलीवरी, उसको उठा के मारा मिड विकेट की दिशा में। देखना यह है कि बाउंस हुआ है या मैक्सिमम नो। ये और एक छक्का इस ओवर का, जो तीसरा छक्का है, बट इस बार फहदी के बैट से। सो इस छक्के की बदौलत टीम पाकिस्तान यूनाइटेड का स्कोर बढ़ चला है 103 3 विकेट के नुकसान पे। और उनका करंट रन रेट है 11.88 और इसको खेला पॉइंट की दिशा में, कोई फील्डर नहीं वहां पे और वंस अगेन ये बॉल बाउंड्री रेखा को पार करते हुए चौका। सो 107 3 विकेट के नुकसान पे और रिक्वायर्ड रन रेट गिरता हुआ 7.97। फहदी लास्ट 2 गेंदों में एक छक्का और एक चौके की बदौलत 13 रन पे खेल रहे हैं। फिर से स्लोअर डिलीवरी, फिर से उसी दिशा में शॉट और ये बॉल पॉइंट की दिशा में चौका। सो बहुत ही महंगा ओवर समाप्त होता हुआ। 1 ओवर 28 रन इस ओवर में आए हैं और पाकिस्तान का स्कोर है नेल्सन 111 3 विकेट के नुकसान पे। आदिल हुसैन वापस आते हुए अपनी तीसरी ओवर को लेके। पहले 2 ओवर में बहुत ही उम्दा बॉलिंग का मुजाहरा, 2 ओवर में सिर्फ 6 रन दिए हैं। ये बैक ऑफ अ गुडलैंड डिलीवरी है, टेक्स आउटसाइड एज और बॉल रेसेस टुवर्ड्स द बाउंड्री, चौका। ये बहुत ही अच्छी गेंद थी, कोई इसमें इशू नहीं था, बट इसको आउटसाइड एज लेके ये सीधा थर्ड मैन की दिशा में 4 रन। फिर से बैक ऑफ अ गुड लेंथ, खड़े होके खेलना चाहते थे कवर्स की दिशा में, बट फील्डर वहां पे मौजूद, वहां पे कोई रन लेने की उम्मीद नहीं है और एक डॉट डिलीवरी। सो 115 3 विकेट के नुकसान पे 9.2 ओवर के बाद। ये गुडलैंड डिलीवरी है, खड़े होके बस पंच किया टुवर्ड्स एक्स्ट्रा कवर रीजन और वहां पे फील्डर जब तक इसको फील्ड करते ये 2 लेने में कामयाब और स्कोर 117 3 विकेट के नुकसान पे। फिर से गुडलैंड डिलीवरी, उसको बस बैट के फेस को ओपन किया और गाइड किया गली की दिशा में, पॉइंट और गली के बीच और एक सिंगल लेते हुए और इसी सिंगल के साथ 118 3 विकेट के नुकसान पे। फील्ड चेंज होता हुआ, राइट हैंड लेफ्ट हैंड डीप स्क्वायर लेग। अगेन गुडलैंड डिलीवरी थी पैड पे आते हुए और डॉट डिलीवरी यहाँ पे। सो फहदी बैट कर रहे हैं 17 पे, 15 गेंदों का सामना किया है, 2 चौके और 1 छक्के की बदौलत और उसका साथ देते हुए रिजवान 78 पे खेल रहे हैं, 29 गेंदों का सामना किया है, 2 चौके और 9 छक्के की बदौलत। ये आखिरी गेंद उसको उठा के खेला थर्ड मैन की दिशा में, जस्ट एक बाउंस और स्ट्रेट फील्डर के हाथों में और 1 रन लेने में कामयाब और इसी 1 रन के साथ 119 3 विकेट के नुकसान पे और अब शोर बदल दिया जाएगा। करंट रन रेट है 11.9 शून्य और रिक्वायर्ड रन रेट गिरते हुए 7.7। तो अभी चाहिए 77 रन 60 गेंदों में. So we will take a short little break or and we'll come back for the run chase. Welcome back for the run chase here. So the last 10 overs, the team Pakistan United requires 77 of 60 deliveries. That's played up in the air, straight like an arrow, and that goes for a maximum. Tanveer has been welcomed with a maximum here. So Fahadi is coming into an attack here, and he is playing brilliantly along with Rizwan Amanat. He is batting on 24 of just 17 deliveries. That's on to the leg, played it towards short mid-wicket region, and there's no chance of a run here. So Tanveer coming round the wicket for the right-hander. He is bowling for the first time. Once again, pitch delivery. Once again, the same result. Played over the mid-wicket area for a maximum. The second maximum coming from this over. So Tanveer being a bit expensive in this inning so far. So 2.3, he has given away 45 runs. That's onto the leg, played it towards the square leg area. The young Murtuza, the fielder, what a fielding and what a throw here. So straight to the keeper. So 1 run. That's a wide delivery. For the first time, Tanvir bowling around the wicket for the left-hander. So a different tactics altogether. He doesn't want to give room to the batsman. Once again onto the pads, played it towards the long on region. They take a single. So with this single, the score goes on to 134 for 3 in 10.5 overs. That's played well towards the cover region. That's a dot delivery to end the over. So 11 overs, 134 for 3. So now the young boy Murtuza comes on to attack. He's a young bowler. He is a leggy. The required run rate has dropped down to 6.89 with these two batsmen. The current partnership of 73 of just 37 deliveries. That's a short ball, played it towards the point region, but there is a fielder there, and they take a single. Played it towards the sweeper cover region for a single. Two singles of the first two deliveries of Murtuza. That's an over pitch delivery, played it towards. Oh, that's a ball racing towards the boundary for a 4. That's a sweet shot here. It was an over pitch, plays it towards the wide long off region for a boundary. So the score 140 for 3. That's a short delivery played towards the sweeper cover, and they take a single here. There is a fielder there. So 141 for 3 in 11.4 overs. That's a beautiful delivery onto the leg and played it toward the point region, but there's no chance of a run here. So a dot delivery. So last delivery to be bowled. That's a beautiful delivery. Played it toward the short cover region and a dot delivery here. So good comeback by the bowler. So 141 for 3 in 12 overs. So required run rate is 6.88. 55 required in 48 deliveries. played it towards the wide long on region for a boundary. The starting with a boundary. So Rizwan Amanat moves on to 89 of 34 deliveries. That's played up and above, but there is a fielder there manning the area at a wide long off. They take a single, so he moves into the 90s, 90 of just 35 deliveries. Rizwan Amanat batting superbly here. Will he be the first batsman in this tournament to score a century? Have to wait and watch. Played it. There is a fielder just above the fielder, and the ball races towards the boundary of the corner. For with this boundary, the score 150 for 3. These two batsmen are turning the tables for team Pakistan United. The current partnership of 89 of just 46 deliveries. That's a good delivery onto his pads, just gently pushing it towards the bowler. So no chance of a run here. 150 for 3. That's picked it up from his pad, played it towards the deep mid-wicket region for a maximum. What a shot by Fahadi. Now he is coming on to the party here. 42 of just 27 deliveries, 3 fours and 4 maximum. So Tanveer a bit expensive today. 3.5 overs, 63 runs from his bowling. The last legal delivery to be bowled of his quota. Gently pushed it back to the bowler. No run here. So that's the end of his 4 overs, giving away 63 runs. A bit expensive. So now Murtuza comes into attack. Right arm leg break bowler. Swing and a miss here. Good delivery outside off stump. That's a beautiful delivery to ball to left arm Rizwan Amanat. That's played straight to the fielder Adil Hussain, who collects it cleanly on one bounce and throws it back to the fielder. Just a single. It takes a lot of heart to ball to this both the batsmen and this young lad. He is bowling superbly. Played it towards the coverage and for a single. Good bowling here by this youngster. Wanted to have a late cut, but there's no connection whatsoever. Dot delivery. Onto his pads, pushed it towards the bowler gently. A dot delivery, good over so far, just a single. So just 3 runs of this over. So the end of 14 overs, 159 on the board, 37 required of 36 delivery. Shehzad Butt comes into the attack. That's a beautiful shot, hit up and above, and that's gone for a maximum. Once again, a slow delivery, played it up and above for the wide long off, and that's the maximum and a century, the first century of this tournament from the bat of Rizwan Amanat. What a batting here. A pure class batting display by Rizwan Amanat. 104 of just 42 deliveries with 11 maximums and 4 boundaries. Once again a slower, once again played it up and above, and that's a maximum, the third maximum coming from his bat. Back-to-back maximums here. That's a bit quicker, played it towards the point, and that's gone for a boundary. So 3 maximums and a boundary here. So Shehzad, but a bit expensive. I would say very expensive here. 1.3 overs, 46 runs. And Rizwan Amanat batting on 110 of just 43 deliveries. So they take a single. That's played it beautifully towards the wide long off region for a boundary. So 186, just 10 runs required of 30 deliveries now. That's a huge maximum here. Over the wide long on field for a maximum 192 is just 4 runs required, one shot away for the victory. Played it up and above the point fielder, and that ball races to the boundary, and that's the end of the match here. With this, Pakistan United have won the match with 7 wickets and 4.4 overs remaining. What a batting by Rizwan Amanat and Fahadi, with a partnership of 135 for in 63 deliveries. That's the end of the match. And congratulations for Team Pakistan United. Thanks. That's all from the com box here.